All right, we've got Heath. Heath and Galen, they go way back. They're considered the most knowledgeable, the two of them together, about everything that goes on here at 1024 on the cattle side. Heath handles a lot of the calving that goes on, and when they need some help, Heath's there. Let's hear it. Heath?
Sir.
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Yeah? You good?
You bet.
All right. Well, we'll jump right into this, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
First of all, thanks for swinging by.
No problem.
I'm sure you're busy, as
No
always. So, how did you end up here at 1024? What I'm hearing is you've been doing this for a long, long time.
Yeah, this is all I've ever done. Besides, as far as the cow industry, or whatever you want to call it. But no, I've known Galen for a long time. When he started here, he asked me to come along with him right after. He'd probably been here a year, and he asked if I wanted to come over, and I did. But it's worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
A lot of work to be done here.
There's always something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you've been delivering cows since y'all were kids, I'm assuming. Or
Yeah, we've
soon thereafter.
always been around it, of course, and then watched it my whole life, and then started picking up on it and doing it. You know, learn by doing.
Yeah.
That's what we always did. So.
Because you were the guy to call for this local area for most of the ranches around here that ran cattle, right?
Done a lot of work for just about everybody around here. A lot of them are out of business. A lot of them died off.
Yeah.
You know, but it's been a good go at it.
Yeah. Well, everybody speaks highly of you and Galen, say that there's a ton of knowledge between the two of you, so it's good to have both of you here.
Yeah. Galen's very smart on all around. Cows, horses, business, equipment. He's all around guy.
Yeah.
So.
And horses. Yeah.
Horses.
Like it's still that's something that you guys do here. Operate off of horseback, which isn't something that's done.
Yeah,
in
a
most
lot
places.
of horse work still goes on here. A lot of horseback, you know, working off horses. It still happens here.
Is that more for culture and fun, or is it still like beneficial to be on horse?
It's beneficial, and
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
You can get a lot more done on a horse than you can, especially on foot.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
even the side by sides and all that stuff. Horses are more.
Yeah. Boy, and that's what they were here to do, right?
You bet.
To help
you
out.
Bet you.
Yeah.
And plus,
they're
it's
a
good
tool.
for the horses. Yeah, they're a tool.
Yep.
I mean, it's good for the horses. You know,
So
have a job.
Yeah,
That's
they have
their
a job too. Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah.
So
So
need
when,
a job.
when they're calving, y'all are on horseback to try to.
Not unless we have to.
Okay.
I mean, usually a lot of the checking is either in the pickups or the side by sides.
Okay.
I mean, as far as checking, where you can get through them, get a good look at them.
Yeah.
If you're on a horse, they're going to walk away. You know, they're not used to a horse all the time, so they're not going to run away, but
They're gonna.
you're not going to get a good look.
Mosey away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, side by side or whatever. Pick up, dump out a little feed or whatever you need to, and kind of get a good look at them. But during calving, yeah, everything's checked with the pickup or side by side, where you can get a good look.
This calving you've been doing for a long time, and out here is it a significantly more amount of calving going on?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to have help at some time, I'm sure, right?
At times, most of the time I can do it on my own, but if I need help, there's always help to be had.
Yeah. Do y'all ever hire or have some guys that you can bring on for additional help during times where like it is just you got a couple of weeks where you're getting hammered by all of it at once?
During the working, when we're working cows, or working the calves, working the cows in spring and fall. It happens in the spring and fall as well as the calving. But yeah, there'll be outside help come and help. Usually 2 or 3 weeks of that.
Yeah, I imagine it's a lot.
A couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll bring in some other guys to kind of make that flow.
And do y'all do any branding and ear tagging during this time, or is that a separate time?
He'll usually not then. He'll brand them heifers, the heifers, keeper heifers, replacement heifers. Randy gets his picks and all that. He'll go back, re-tag them, brand them. The registered stuff will get, of course, their registered number branded on there as well. And then the commercial cows get a year and the 1024 brand. So yeah, that's spring and fall too. Randy gets his cutting the bulls too. The bulls that he keeps for,
To keep here on the ranch?
well, whatever to sell, even they'll
Oh,
get
okay.
branded as well.
But keep them, don't castrate them because they're carrying a good
Yeah,
genetic
those won't
here.
be castrated. But
Yeah.
any other than that, whenever it's something, a commercial cow has a calf, tag it to the cow and castrate. If they're bulls, castrate them. So that step's already done.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm hoping to be here for one of those times when y'all are doing some of that stuff, because I think that'd be really cool to
It
kind of
is.
showcase that
You bet.
for our audiences on social media, and mainly because we're shifting a lot of our marketing and information from the ranch from hunting now to the cattle business and the beef sales and stuff, because we focused on the hunting stuff for so long. I think we're at a good place, and you guys haven't been doing this just recently. Y'all been doing this for a while
This has
now.
been going on for a while.
You've been here 8, 9 years.
Going on
something
9
like-
years. I think in May it'll be 9 years.
Yeah, that's a long
So,
time.
Yeah, going on 9 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's worked out pretty good.
Yeah, and
Can't
then
complain.
so that's 8 or 9 years of you guys doing everything that has led up to today. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like there has been a lot of good work done, and it's going to be cool to kind of start showcasing you guys and everything that the work that y'all put in to get the ranch this far along, because
Right.
it's moving fast.
Yes.
And the beef sales are moving fast, and we're probably all going to be working more and more. We might even have to pick up some more manpower at some
May
point,
do
you
it.
know, because everything seems to be rock and rolling, which is good, you know.
Yeah, everything looks good. I mean, looks good to me.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, and you got to go out and keep eyes on all these cows, right? Just to get maybe not even so much for a head count, but as far as spotting things early.
The cows I
signs.
check, I try to get a head count every so often, just to make sure everything's there where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, and get a good look at them, make sure ain't nothing wrong as far as sickness.
Can you
lameness,
spot that
something.
ahead of time sometimes?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they're getting sick?
You need to catch it really and head it off as quick as possible on sickness. But yeah, the quicker you get on top of something, the better off you are.
Yeah.
As far as the sickness and the health, anything.
Yeah, for sure. And as far as delivering calves, y'all, that seems like a full-time job in itself, especially if it's all happening at one time of the year, you know?
Well, spring and fall, have a calving season in the spring. Starts usually 1st of March to June, 1st of June, and you'll have fall 1st of September to the 1st of December. So that window right there is where those calves fall. So yeah, sometimes there's ought to be 25 or 30 calves a day.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be.
And they don't happen at a good time when it's convenient, like right after a cup of coffee.
Sometimes no.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes no. And usually the bad ones are not at a good time. The
Yeah.
ones you really, really have trouble with is why now? You
Yeah.
know?
And I remember Larry and I were driving around one day, and he was kind of learning me up, you know, about what's going on over here and how everything was separated into pastures. And we came by, I don't remember the name of that pasture that's over there, but you guys were there, and y'all were having some issues with a mom and a calf.
Yes.
And y'all were worried that you might not be able to save the calf, but then by the time we had gone and fed some cows and come back through, y'all gave Larry the thumbs up.
Yeah,
Saved Mama and
I think
the
we were
cow.
having
the
a
calf.
calving issue that day. Matter of fact, I do remember you
Yep.
coming through there, Larry. I think we were having a calving issue that day, but we got it taken care of pretty quick.
Yeah.
I think it all worked out pretty good.
Yeah, but that happens, right? Like
It happens.
It's all
I mean,
part
you're
of
gonna
it.
you're gonna have trouble if you have cows. You're gonna have trouble.
And what kind of problems are those in the delivery process? I'm assuming head or shoulder or leg.
Yeah, I mean the size. Sometimes the calves are just too big. They could be coming right, they're just too big. Not always. That can happen though. I mean, depends on how you breed your heifers too, but it happens. Sometimes the calves are just too big. Sometimes they might have one leg back, 2 legs back, a head back, backwards, upside down and backwards. Or 2 legs up under them, backwards and 2 legs under them.
Yeah.
Any position you think you could put a calf in.
And you're in there trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta scratch your head on how exactly it is in there.
Yeah.
And you might feel a foot. Is that a front foot or a back foot?
Yeah.
Is it kind of keep feeling? Can you feel,
Yeah.
feel around, finally get it situated the way you think you want it, and then if you can get it going your way,
Yeah.
get it out.
I'm sure Mama ain't happy with you digging around there trying to help her out. Or maybe she is. Maybe she understands the process.
No, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
No. They're just probably thinking, what did I get myself into, man?
Yeah.
But usually they're in the chute. They have good equipment out here, good squeeze chutes, good stuff. I mean, good facilities. So he usually goes pretty slick.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it don't go as smooth as others, but
Yeah.
most of the time, yeah, it goes pretty.
So
pretty
when
good.
it's hot and heavy and they're calving out pretty fast, and you're saying there might be 20 in a day, are you just bouncing from pasture to pasture to pasture, or do most of them do get that process on their own without any issues, or is there a lot of issues?
No. Oh shoot. Most of the time you don't have any trouble, especially them older cows. You don't have.
If it ain't their first time, that they got to figure it out.
You don't have much trouble with those
Okay.
older stuff. Usually, the first. I'm not saying you can't now. Some of them
Yeah.
old cows can get
you
yourself in a
problems.
bind or whatever.
Yeah.
But usually, it's the first calf heifers you really got to kind of focus on.
And once they figure it out, the next year it might
After
get a
that
little
first
easier.
calf, they're more, of course, mature. They're bigger. So,
Yeah.
and they've already had one. So,
And from looking at the size of some of these steers, because I saw them down at Richard's house a couple years ago, it's like that's a truck, man.
Oh, them bulls?
That is a big.
Those
dude,
breeding bulls
man.
over there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're big.
Like you're talking about putting a truck in a golf cart.
Yeah.
There ain't no way that thing's coming out of there.
yeah, they're big. Some of them are big, but it works.
Yeah.
It works.
You're doing this year round in a sense, but the calving process is once or twice a year, depending on
Spring or fall.
which end they're on.
Right.
So is there a way to try to time that breeding process to make that happen at a certain time, or do you have these steers running with the cows so they can breed on their own, or how does that work? Like, are y'all keep them separate for a certain amount of time? Then when it's time to breed, you'll bring the bulls in.
Yeah, put the bulls. Like to start your calving in September for your fall, you put your bulls in the 1st of December.
Okay.
It's a 9-month gestation on your cows. So December, if a cow breeds on December 1st, she'll calve around September 1st. So yeah, the bulls go in December. Yeah, December 1st for the fall and June 1st for spring.
Okay.
So yeah,
So y'all got the process
and they'll stay
figured out.
about 3 months in.
Okay.
So they'll stay 3 months with the cows, kind of get everything covered. But you're gonna have a few that just didn't breed.
Yeah.
I mean, you usually have a pretty good breed up.
And so what's the life cycle on some of these cows? So like say, well, if they're 10 years old, that you've gotten quite a bit of calves out of them.
If you can get one that lasts 10 to 15 years,
15 years is a long time.
she's been a pretty good cow.
Yeah.
You can't grab it. If something happens to her, you've done me a good job. She's
Yeah.
had a calf they'll usually have their first calf at 2 years old, usually, here. And some people don't like breeding them that early, but
I was gonna
that's
say,
what we do
yeah,
here.
is
Breed them
that
as early as a year, and then they'll have their first calf at 2. So at 10 years old, she should have had 8 calves. So
Yep.
she had 8 or 10 calves. That's pretty good.
She did her job.
She did her job.
Yeah. Smack her on
Done
the
your
butt,
job.
put her on a truck.
So if she does,
Yeah.
she gets along that good without breaking down or getting something happening, getting crippled, breaking down is what I call in the back end.
Yeah.
Just getting in them.
Getting old.
Getting old.
Yeah.
Getting old. Yeah. So if they
Yeah.
last that long without showing all them signs, then they're doing a pretty good job.
That's pretty good though, as far as return.
Yeah.
Out of getting out of your cow.
Some of them go longer, but some of them
What's the
don't.
longest that you've seen out here?
Oh, out here? Oh, shoot.
Is there some that have gone 15 years?
Close. I bet some of them older cows, I bet they were
Getting there?
getting there. They were getting there.
Man, that's a long time.
Yeah, they were getting close. If they didn't,
But they're
make
living
it.
a good life, man. Like all
They don't
this
want
feed.
for anything.
Huh?
They don't want for anything. These cows don't. I mean, what they need is what they get.
Yeah.
Plus some.
Yeah.
They get more than what they need.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
That day we went with Larry, he's like, where do you want them lined up? Because I'm thinking, trying to get these photos and videos, how the sun needs to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I don't know, man. You tell me where they can be. And he's like, they can be wherever you want them.
Right.
Right. And sure enough, he started dumping feed and had them all lined up. They had that stuff eaten up before I could even get.
Shoot,
like,
yeah.
I mean, quicker than I could get all
You
that
bet.
filming done, you know?
You bet. They all about that feed.
Yeah. And they know that red truck.
You bet.
As soon as it hits that cattle guard, they're all looking up and they're running in.
They know what's in that truck for sure.
And it's good to see Larry still get out there and,
Oh, yeah.
and help out.
Yeah.
Y'all see him pretty often?
Yeah, he quite a bit. He's
Because I don't think most people knew he was a cattle guy before he got into Pepsi and Dr. Pepper in Missouri.
Oh yeah, that's
Yep.
right. Yeah, that's right. That is right. He's told
Yeah.
me about that.
Yeah.
He's been around this his whole life too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's for him.
True.
It's like because they made the comment when we were talking to him over at the house the other night, and that he'd retired, and Colette was like, he hadn't retired. He's still out here every day working. You know?
That's true.
And both of them get up and
Oh,
go feed in the mornings. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Heath, I appreciate you swinging by.
You bet.
I know you got a lot going on, as the list seems to just keep getting piled on everybody all the time, you know, with things that need to get done.
There's always something to do for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for swinging by. I appreciate it.
You bet.